All right. Where do you guys go with your mom and dad? Do you guys go to, where do you go?
You go to the store.
The store? What would happen if you went to the grocery store with no shoes on? Drayden. Yeah, your feet would get all dirty. But what happens? What?
Your socks will get dirty as you get them shopping, and your socks will get dirty on the driveway.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
So what would happen if everybody went to the grocery store with no shoes on? Would everyone's feet get dirty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So today I'm going to read this book called What If Everybody Did That by Ellen Javernick and illustrated by Colleen Madden. In this book, we're going to see a curious little boy who does different mischievous things, and he's going to figure out the consequence for his action if everyone were to do that. So let's see if everyone were to do that. When we went to the zoo, I fed a little of my popcorn to the bear. The zookeeper waved the broom and said, "What if everybody did that?" You guys see the bear is getting big. He's all chunky because he's eating all this human food. Yeah, like donuts and pizza. Do bears eat pizza?
They eat ham.
So, they could eat ham and steak. That's very true. I just wanted to see how fast the grocery cart would go. We went faster than I expected. When the manager stopped me, she said, "What if everybody did that?" So what would happen if everybody ran their grocery carts in the grocery store, Alexis?
They get in trouble.
Yeah, what would happen? Why would they get in trouble? What would be happening?
Because, like, you see there's two people bumping into each other, and, like,
And crashing?
Yeah, and they're like, there's a kid in the shopping cart just running.
Yeah, so does what you guys say match up with the pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it match up with these pictures? Just keep. Let's read the next page. On the way to visit Grandpa and Grandma in Kansas, I dropped just one can of soda out the window. The patrolman pulled me over and said, "What if everybody did that?" What would happen if everybody threw their trash out the window? Draven. You don't know. What would happen like this?
Trouble.
Yeah, you would get in trouble. What would happen to outside?
It would get trashy and dirty like you can see on the
Yeah, if you look in the pictures, does it match what you guys say?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cans.
Yeah. Let's go to the next page. At my Uncle William's wedding, I took just a little bit of the frosting from the fancy cake. The lady behind the table glared at me over her glasses and said, "What if everybody did that?" So what would happen if you guys ate the cake? What would happen? Yeah, and what would happen to the cake? Lincoln, do you know what would happen to the cake?
We're gonna have to bake it again.
Yeah, because it's ruined.
And if they come, they're gonna see a surprise, and they're gonna be mad.
Yeah, let's read a couple more pages and see if what we think the consequences are. Yes, if we think the consequences add up with the pictures. I told my babysitter that I took just a bath once a year. As she shooed me into the bathroom, I said, "What if everybody did that?" So you guys would think people would get dirty. What makes you think that these people in the picture are dirty? What do you see?
The dresses.
Yeah, what's wrong with their dresses?
Dirty.
Dirty. What else?
They're like having mud all over their face. Their hair are dirty, and there's a handprint right there.
Yeah,
They have clumsy hair. That one has clumsy hair.
Clumsy hair or clumpy hair?
Clumsy.
Let's read a couple more pages and see. During story time, I had something important to say. I just couldn't wait until the end of the story. The librarian put her finger up to her lip and said, "Shh, what if everybody did that?" So what if you guys did wait until... All right, well, let's have a seat, and no talking right now, okay? What would happen if everybody had to tell Mrs. Willis something while we were reading the story? Would you guys get to be able to read the story?
No.
Would everybody be talking? Do you think Mrs. Willis would go like this, like the teacher's doing? Do you think she would do that because you guys wouldn't be listening? Thank you, Lincoln. Let's see what else happens. While we sat waiting in the car for Dad, I honked the horn. I just honked a few times, said Mrs. Thompson. And Mr. Thompson came to the door. He shook his head and said, what if everybody did that? Honk, honk, beep, honk, beep. That would be terrible if everybody did that. We wouldn't be able to hear. We wouldn't be able to hear everything because everyone would be talking. At the swimming pool, I just splashed a little. The lifeguard blew the whistle and said, what if everybody did that? What would happen? What would happen, Willow?
There's not going to be no water. And that kid up there is going to get hurt because she's going to hit her head or her legs because it has no water. And all the water's outside.
Exactly. On the bus, I stood up to see the fire truck. Mr. Gearshift glared at me in the rearview mirror and said, what if everybody did that? That wouldn't be good if everybody did that, would it?
No.
Just once, I didn't hang my coat up on the rack at school. Mrs. Saunders made me pick up the coat and said, what if everybody did that? What happens if you guys just came in here and all threw your jackets on the ground? What would happen? Messy. What else would happen, Willow?
Why is there person waving their hand?
Well, I think that person got stuck in all the jackets, so maybe someone could get hurt. Did you figure that out by looking at the image? That's a good job. You guys are doing a good job. At recess, I threw just one snowball at Sammy. Mrs. Walters saw me. He sent me to stand on the wall and said, what if everybody did that? What would you guys do?
I would just tell the teacher and they would tell them.
What would happen?
Stop.
What happens if everyone started throwing snowballs? Yes.
Everyone would get hurt.
Yeah, or everyone would have snow on them and be cold. Let's finish reading the book and let's see if we can determine the consequences for the actions just by looking at the pictures. When we went out for dinner, I shot just one straw wrapper at the waitress. The waitress stopped taking my order and looked straight at me and said, what if everybody did that? I know. As the football game ended, I just ran onto the field to get the quarterback's autograph. The official waved his arms and said, what if everybody did that? Are you guys supposed to go get the autograph from football players during the game?
No.
I did not think so. So what happened? What happened because of that? What happens if everybody did that?
Everybody would get in trouble.
And would everyone be on the field?
I have a brother playing football and I had to go because I wanted to.
Really? That's very cool. You relate to this book. And you wouldn't run out and get your brother's autograph or give him a high five during the game? See?
Ooh.
If everybody did that, they wouldn't be able to play the game.
But what if it's over, then he comes to the fence and then...
That's the appropriate time, you're right. This little boy just didn't wait. When I come home, I give my mom a hug. What if everybody did that? Everybody should. So do you guys go home and give your mommy, daddy, or grandma, or grandpa a hug? You love it.
Stop, I just want
Thank you. So today, after reading this book, I decided to create another page.
Wait, what?
I created an extension page of the book. The extension page says, I told my mom I was not going to school today. As she hurried me into the car, she said, what if everybody did that? But the only problem is I forgot to illustrate my page. So do you guys think you can come up with a picture for what would happen if nobody wanted to go to school?
I know some parts. I know some parts. Front, back, spine.
Oh, front, back, spine. Nice. And what would happen if nobody wanted to go to school and nobody showed up?
This brother would be alone and be so sad.
Yeah.
Or you would miss all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
And what if we never went outside and what if we didn't come to school when we had to go outside?
Yeah, you guys wouldn't get to do any of that, and maybe you would be lonely at home because you wouldn't get to see your friends. All right, we're going to go back and we're going to illustrate that page. So you guys are going to get a sheet of paper and you're going to get to draw me a picture of what you think the consequences would be for not being able to go to school.
So do you know what page